What's going on, guys? Boden here. Hope you're all having a good weekend. Rocket did a accidental stream of the DayZ standalone. It was originally supposed to be a dev blog, but he decided rather than doing all that recording and editing, he'd just do a live stream, and he went on for about an hour and a half, and he revealed a few interesting things which we hadn't seen before. I'll just briefly go over a few of them. This isn't going to be a complete overview of the stream. There is obviously his whole point of view of the stream on his Twitch channel, which I'll link in the description. Also, I think a few guys have uploaded the whole stream to YouTube, but I thought I'd just sort of break it down for you, so you didn't have to sit on your ass for 90 minutes watching a stream. So one of the first things I'll go over is the character creator screen. He finally showed the menu where you can choose your character, what he looks like. He had stuff like you can choose the skin colour, gender, like your t-shirt, jeans, or they call it pants, and shoes as well. Obviously it's going to be limited options. He did say you will just be able to wear t-shirt and jeans. I don't think there'll be any like, someone asked him if you could like wear a raincoat by default when you spawn, but he said no, it'll just be t-shirt, jeans, shoes. So it'd be pretty easy to recognise a fresh spawn, they'll be in t-shirt and jeans obviously. I guess a more experienced player going into the standalone will have stuff like raincoats, camo, bulletproof vests, that sort of thing. But it's good that you get some customization at the start, so if you're playing with friends and you want to all start afresh and you want to get a bit of a uniform going on, you could all like agree to wear like red or blue or green. So I thought it was interesting. Still a lot to do on that. Like he did talk about adding like a hair colour option, which obviously would be appropriate because not everyone has black hair. But he also clarified that once you've spawned into the world, you can't then customise your character from the character creator screen. Obviously all your stuff from your initial spawn, first spawning in, like your clothing and stuff you acquire from the world, so by looting and stuff. Obviously in the future, people have been talking about, oh, can you get like tattoos or grow a beard? But that's stuff which will be developed closer to the full release rather than in the alpha. Another thing we saw was the new field of view slider, which Rocket demoed, so you can see field of view widening and narrowing. So some people have been asking for a long time in Armour games, so good to see. And we also saw something interesting where you had an option for first or third person actually in the menu. So I'm guessing that might eventually be a server-side option where you can use third person, but it's not something you can just select really easily, so it can be abused really easily. You've got to pick either first or third person, and if you want to change, you've got to go in the menu. We also saw the new unconscious screen, which I think is just a placeholder because he was stuck in it for absolutely ages, where the screen went completely black and it just said you are unconscious. Again, not sure if it's staying. I do think it's a good idea to have it black because being able to still see around you and see if someone's looting you or about to kill you obviously is unrealistic if you're unconscious, so be interested to see what they do with that. And he also revealed that the idea of your colour fading when you're dying will stay in the game. He's talking a lot about how to portray different like emotions and feelings without having, like if you see in the bottom left there's a lot of text saying like you are feeling tired and stuff like that, but he wants it all to be intuitive. Talks about the possibility of having icons similar to games like Project Zomboid, which was a game he referred to a hell of a lot during the stream. A few other features which were shown included a new punch-in animation and also the ability to tear your t-shirt off to use it as a, well, they call it rags, but basically a bandage, which again is a nice little feature. I mean, you might have a t-shirt which is really rare and having that dilemma, do I tear it up to heal myself or do I look around for a bandage? Stuff like that is going to be really cool in the game. There's also confirmation that a double barrel shotgun has been put into the alpha, though it hasn't, they didn't show it or demo it in this stream. And they were also talking about how you can still put like single round, like a clip into your gun. Like if you've got an M4 you can put like a single bullet in the barrel and use it like that even without the magazine, which again is all pointing to the fact that ammo is going to be a lot more scarce and every bullet will count. On the subject of guns, they also showed the red dot on the M4, which may have been shown before, but he also confirmed that the actual red dot in it is powered by batteries, so you can't use it all the time unless you've got batteries to power it. So you might have a red dot scope, but you've really only got the clear reticle until you get a battery for it. And the same will apply for stuff like head torches and night vision goggles. So again, it means that they're not too overpowered in the standalone compared to the mod, where night vision goggles will work indefinitely. So the fact it's batch powered, coupled with the fact that they can be broken, like night vision goggles, if you shoot them they can get broken, means that these things you'll have to look after a lot more, and it just makes the game a lot more interesting, and I'm really looking forward to it. One of the last things he showed was the ability to use a pen and paper, so you can write notes to people and the notes will actually be persistent throughout server restarts. So you could leave a note somewhere, I'm not sure what you'd write. He wrote hello 4chan and Reddit, which was a bit controversial, but whatever. But I guess you can be as creative as you want. You can write a story, you can write like a warning or a tip, do what you want really, it's your game. Overall then, progress looks good for the DayZ standalone. It does look still quite a way off release in my opinion. Server optimization did still seem quite off. Like for example, I think he had 9 or 10 players in the server at maximum during the stream, and the performance did seem to take quite a dip. But obviously stuff like that can be improved quite rapidly once they've optimized it basically. Still a lot of bugs, but you know, we're all used to bugs in the mod. So fingers crossed it will be out this year, though you know, it'll be worth waiting for, certainly worth waiting for more than pretty much any other game I can think of, apart from like Half-Life 3 maybe. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like I said, it is just a brief overview. I'm not going to go over some of the speculation stuff like anti-server hopping measures, because it's all stuff which isn't actually confirmed to be in the game. But I think it's looking good. I like the characters, like when he was all gathered next to the supermarket in Vibor, all the characters just looked so cool, like, and they all look really individual. Reminded me of like stuff like The Walking Dead, how you got like the one with dreadlocks, and I don't know, they're all individual characters, and that's something you don't get in the mod. You don't get that feeling that you're all individuals, you're all like soldiers in Arma 2 basically. But the standalone is pushing towards more customization, more personal feel to your character, and hopefully more attachment as well. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll be back with more DayZ, Day Zero content very soon. Just waiting to get the right content basically. I don't want to just release a video if it's rubbish, because what's the point? I'd rather release a video you actually want to watch. So I'll be back on YouTube very soon.